like, put it this way, I guess,
Welcome. Never fear, good
well,
citizens of Bikini Bottom.
imagine if Robo Sandy skip, instead of being, like, a couple minutes into the run, it was like 20 minutes into the run.
Adventure.
Suddenly the trick is infinitely harder.
Life of a manager. It's a short slide from manager to, well, not manager.
I kind of don't like that. I like the idea of a run being intense until the very end. BFB used to be like that too, actually.
This is a job for a manager. A manager is always prepared.
I've been doing alright. My Xbox arrived and it literally just didn't work, so I'm sending it back. And now I'm looking for other Xboxes. I also went out for the first time in a bit, and I ate some very, very good food.
Hey.
That was half price, and it was pretty nice.
I'd like to wake up now.
I run on, like, another original Xbox, but it's a 2004 Crystal model. This one was a 2005 black model, and it looked like it had already been cleaned and stuff, and it looked really nice, and it looked like... It would imply fast loads, and it just kind of didn't work. They're more likely to be faster, yeah. I'd be very surprised if anybody in the community has a fast 2002 Xbox, for example. Fireball, do you remember whenever I'd miss a cruise boost in Kids and I'd just immediately switch to the GCC route? Never PB'd with it, though. Nope, wrong way. I should clean my crystal. I've actually never cleaned it before. Refurbished Xboxes are not... I'm refurbished Xboxes banned for... No. I want to say that they're banned in battle because that sound... Like, I say that, and that sounds like that is the case, but I feel like why would that be the case? I mean... I swear to God, I have, like, a near-vivid memory of them talking about refurbished hardware not being allowed.
SpongeBob.
It does sail. What's a boost? Thanks for the... thanks for the rat. Besides, like, I could just give my Xbox a good clean and it'll be good. Like, I have the second fastest loads in the community. Like, I wonder if I just give it a good clean, if it'll increase... Well, it'll certainly improve its longevity. So I should consider it anyway. It's mostly just a thing about not being asked to. Like, I really should. My ship sails in the afternoon. Make sure you don't miss it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I swear I have, like, such a clear memory of that not being allowed. At least, like, from my 2016 memory. Things might be different now, because I feel like as long as the loads are the same, like, I don't see why they would care. The mentality that the movie mods have is that, obviously not counting splicing, if we can't tell, like, that your hardware or whatever is different, like, we just don't care. So, like, you're allowed to play off of hard drive, for example, as long as it doesn't increase the speed of your loads, which it almost always does, but if it just so happens to not do that, then we allow you to play off disk, because if we literally can't tell that you're playing off disk at all, then who are we to say that you can't do that? Again, obvious exceptions would be like splicing and shit. So I'm sure, like, the movie mods wouldn't have a problem with, like, refurbished hardware and shit as long as the loads aren't fast, because why should we care? I remember before, I don't remember if we ever banned it in movie, but in battle, playing on anything that wasn't an OG controller or a third-party OG controller straight up wasn't allowed. Modding your controller in any way was also not allowed. Now you're allowed to use any controller you want. So I would use this for battle, on my OG. And the reason why it wasn't allowed was because, oh, if you manage to play on a 360 controller, it makes the game easier. I think that's a stupid mentality. You should be allowed to use whatever fucking controller you want, as long as it's not, like, turbo or something. Like, the main reason why I got this adapter was because, well, first of all, this thing is literally just the OG controller, but superior in every single way, but the general layout is basically the same. And second, it was for ergonomic reasons, because my hands were fucked at the time. I very quickly fixed them after that, but that's not the point. That was my intention. Because playing on the OG controller was very painful. I made a little mistake there, and now I don't think I can gold. Which is actually kind of nice. In the sense of, like... Like, that shows that my gold is optimized, I guess. Unless I actually prove myself wrong and then just fucking gold right now, which would be a little embarrassing. Fact. My fact is that I had really horrible, crippling hand pain from the beginning of 2019 to December 2019, and it, like, prevented me from doing practically anything. I wouldn't, like, dare to play video games for the most part. But then I cured myself practically in the span of, like, 2 weeks-ish. Or a week. No, it was like 2 weeks, but yeah, that's my fun fact. I probably spend, like, upwards of £100 on shit I didn't need. The rankings mean, like, how good a split was from S to D, like, per segment. So, yeah. Good first run would be, I mean, it depends on what category we're talking about. If we're talking about no pause storage, then a good first run would be like a 135, or yeah, like a 135 or a 130, I'd say. Because that shows that, like, because that's already more than the sub 2 equivalent to no Mindy skip, and that's already a good start. cringe.
Nothing like a little man type stuff.
That'll just make your victory even sweeter, Voltrix. I've never worn those, so I don't really have an opinion on them. I mean, I guess they're kind of cool. I'm not gonna hate on them.
I found one.
You just reminded me that I actually have, what's it called? Sonic R? I have that game. What's my favorite part of Hundo?
Like
So
fireworks.
thank you for the good luck. And what's up? My favorite part is probably... It might actually be Plank 1. Plank 1's pretty good. Toast early is epic as long as it actually cooperates. Thanks for the follow, Dragons. When it cooperates, like, yeah, that is, like, a really sick part of the run. Unfortunately, I'd say at least half the time it just doesn't cooperate. So, it's kind of hard for me to put that higher on, like, the list of cool things. Because it just, like, is inconsistent. It's really weird. Like, my success rate with it is pretty low. But I wouldn't necessarily call it a hard trick. It's just inconsistent as fuck. I feel like even if you put in like 1,000 hours of practice into it, you'd hardly be any more consistent at it than if you put in like 100 hours of practice or 50 hours of practice. It's just one of those ones where it's like after a little bit, like you basically cap your skill level and you can't get any better at the trick, and then it's just all up to basically luck.
Bother to tell us if the train was still running around here.
Are you talking about like the one frame thing, Cardin? That I do not do, so even bad. Yeah, that's cool, but I really don't need that to add that right now. It is cool though. I'm actually not sure how much time it saves. Maybe if I found out how much time it saved, I'd be more likely to add it, I guess. I mean, I'm gonna add it eventually anyway if I really want to take this category extremely seriously. I already do take it seriously, but I could take it a lot more seriously with all these one-frame strats and other inconsistent things I could do. So I should time it, like, tomorrow or later, maybe. This category actually has a lot of one-frames. Not only does it have the tokens, obviously, but it also has... like, the turnaround thing in Rubber Dub, but you do that 3 times instead of 2 times. And you actually do it for one of the extras as well, so you do it 4 times. No, and in Rubber Dub 1, after you hit the target, you fall down, and preferably you get a 1-frame turnaround. So you do 5 1-frame jumps in Rubber Dub, separate 1-frame jumps, optimally. And that's just, like, the beginning of it. There's a bunch of shit you can do in Rock Slide and Gesk as well. It's cool as fuck, and I'm glad I'm playing on a CRT for when I do have to add those strats. It'll be easier then. Unfortunately, that wasn't a very good rubber though, but this run is still fine. Like, it's completely acceptable. And as long as I get the bridge strat, like, this will be pretty, like... this will be a pretty nice run, I guess.
Oh god, big stink. Super spin cycle. Bring him to me.
Yeah, a lot of people will tell me, like, oh, well, you just get used to the delay, why do you need a CRT? When I switched to CRT, after, like, not even a week, I saw that my skill level was back up to what it originally was. And then, recently, I've just golded more stuff, and I feel like I'm getting guest jumps more often. Like, it very clearly is, like, a positive thing in the long run. I will say, though, that when I first switched to CRT, there were a lot of disadvantages. Like, a lot of disadvantages. I haven't had that happen in a while. First and foremost, I'm playing on a CRT that is 10 inches smaller than my monitor. So the game is 10 inches smaller. It, like, everything is really bright and shit, and, like, the colors are different, and it hurt my eyes, and CRTs are worse for you, and it makes, like, a high-pitched sound, and all this other stuff, and... You know, like, it's not a big deal. Looking back at it, but, like, those things were, like, discouraging me at first. I actually have a really good setup. I don't trust those tinted glasses because you see speedrunners wear them for, like, 1 or 2 streams, and then they stop wearing them for, like, half a year, and then they try them again for, like, a day or 2, and then they just stop. They're definitely not worth it, in my opinion. I will say, however, that the floating block levels still occasionally hurt my eyes because it's just completely blue, and the sponge ball levels as well. Yeah, well, that's supposedly Fireball. I'm wondering if it's placebo. I had really horrible eye pain, and then I literally accidentally fixed it, which just showed that it was, like, placebo. I couldn't bear to look at a screen for, like, 5 minutes sometimes without taking big breaks. But then when I was, like, working on my hands, I was so, like... I was so into a game that I was playing that I was accidentally not taking eye breaks, and I accidentally fixed my eye pain completely. So it's like, you know... I feel like most things like that, especially at, like, our age, like, the vast majority of those types of pain are just placebo. I mean, that's, from my experience, very fair to say. What fucking 17-year-old gets, like, hand pain that bad? You'd have to play, like, Melee 24, like, literally 24/7 to have your hands be that fucked at that age. I will say that the CRTs definitely are worse for your eyes. I definitely believe that. From, like, studies that have been shown. Like, it's just clear that they do have, like, more of a negative effect. However, that's still, like... Well... All I do is stare at screens all day anyway. I don't really think this is that much worse. Now, I do wish that, the screen was a little nicer to look at. The colors are more dull on my capture card, which means that, like, it isn't as bright, I guess. Which is probably a good thing, but, yeah. Alright. My consistency with this is actually pretty garbage, so if I could get this, that would be very nice. Alright, nice. I just saved, 32-ish seconds, 33. However, I still got quite a bit of the split left to go. Oh, well, there we go. Just got a 1-frame turnaround. Now I actually care about this run. Basically, I don't really care about runs up until bridge jump. And if I get bridge jump, then yeah, I care about the run. If I don't care about it, then that probably means it's because either I lost so much time beforehand, or it's because of this bridge jump. Also, what's up, double? Yeah. It's a pretty crucial trick. It's not that bad, but you only have one shot at it. If you could just keep trying it over and over again, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. You can technically try it again, but you gotta do, like, guess jumps backwards. Like, well, I say you have to do jumps that will probably take you as long to do as guess jumps, to then attempt it again, and it's just not worth it. Yeah, there's still toast early. When I get past toast early and a minus, that's when the run is really getting going. Another thing as well is that my bladder feels pretty good today. So, I don't think we'll have any bladder situations in this run. Yeah, we used to call it early toasters, and then we realized the potential of calling a toast early, and we just kind of rolled with it. I think it sounds better, like, unironically anyway, so it works. I think there are some good names for a lot of tricks, but that's one of the best ones, in my opinion. We do have some dumb names. I don't know why we call creek skip when we don't skip it, we just do it early. Like, we skip the process of doing it late, but that's just, like, really dumb, like, you know. To be fair, we weren't the ones who called it that. I'm pretty sure Cole was the one who called the creek skip. We just kind of did it because of that, but really, we should be calling it creek early. Or early creek. Morning toast. I personally prefer afternoon toast. Yeah. I kind of like XD boost as well. Partially because it's a dumb trick that you should never do anyway, so it kind of like adds to the meme. But it's just like... Like, to be fair, it's like, what else would you call it? I genuinely can't think of it. The only thing I could think of is spinner boost, because we don't get boosted by a spinner. Like, in any other instance in the run, I think. But, that, like, still, that'd be kind of a bad name. Like, what if we did find something involving a spinner? Wait, XD. Me when I see the boost. I remember before I promised if I ever found like a damage boosting strat in this game, or any sort of boosting strat that's like with vertical or horizontal. Why, like, if it, like, imagine like VMS, and I said that if I ever found anything like that, I promised I would call it Nene boost, I think, but I never actually found anything. No, I just remembered that. Rehydrated has fucking Obama skip, and I don't even know what it is. Nene slam. Bruh. I don't even think it deserves a name because it's such a small, like... It literally saves 0.2 seconds. That's not that many frames. I bet you I'm the only person who's ever gonna care about that. And it doesn't even affect, like, a lot. Well, all it affects is the categories we have to do BBVH forwards. When you slam the tug.
Well, that was different.
I just got reminded of the fucking Chug Jug from Fortnite. Chug Jug. Fucking... Why am I a child? I don't know. I remember before, like, I was just thinking to myself and I randomly said, like, to myself, Ninja Fortnite, and I actually laughed for like 2 minutes. I wasn't even talking to anybody. Nobody provoked this. I just thought to myself, Ninja Fortnite, and I actually laughed. Because it just sounds funny. Ninja Fortnite. And it's just like... We really aren't any better than when we were in, like, 2010 making Impact font memes. We've actually fucking reverted back to it, but, like, ironically. When is it gonna get to the point where it's no longer ironic? Like, we fucking evolved and then we de-evolved. And we're just gonna keep doing that as a cycle, probably. Thank you, Peppa. Nice. I'm surprised I golded. This run is actually pretty nice. Bro, when I was like 15, I had a Twitch account called My Huge Janus. And I'd follow people because it was like haha funny, and I actually got banned from a lot of chats. I just went to like some fucking like I would just go to Minecraft streamers. And just follow with that account. I don't remember if that was my first ever Twitch account. I don't think it was. I was one of those people who thought that Nightbot was just a random person. I was just like, Nightbot, how are you in every chat? I don't get it. Tell me your ways. That probably worked. What's up, Quentin? I got banned from... I don't know. I got banned from GDQ. My side of the story, ... Make a video like that.
So much destruction.
Nightbot's team player is in every person's chat at the same time on with like 4 billion tabs open. Keep him watch of every stream. Whenever Nightbot is like down, it actually just means that they're focused on other tabs. Purple _ videos. I wish I was popular enough to have a fucking... Have you seen, like, those fucking, like... They're on YouTube. They're, like, Shift Rage compilation channels. Why aren't I popular enough for that? Purple Bitch Boy compilation is just me crying as spiders all day. Why can't that exist? Bruh. Okay, well that one is not up on the table, unfortunately, Peppa. know he's bonked.
A new pet.
Seth be like, I got banned from Speed Gaming Live? Oh my god, this is the worst fucking sandwich driving of the century. Tilbert, thanks for the rat. The giant rats, to be exact. Why is this, like, so bad? I don't know, it's just, like... This is really, really horrible. It's, like, jarring. That is a PAL 360 sandwich driving. That is a shame. I'd have to play like an absolute god for the rest of this to not lose time. Basically, it's not happening. I might have lost so much time, though, that I might be able to go the fast path towards the end of the time challenge. When the cat does laundry. You know, that cat is me. I don't know if you knew that. That's actually me. That's me from when I was a baby, doing the laundry. And then I turned into Shinoa at age 12, and yeah, I've been Shinoa ever since.
A new pet.
I need to rewatch the Rat movie. It's actually really fucking good. I've watched it twice total, but I don't remember when those were, or how close they were to each other. I've had the Rat notification since my birthday in 2019, so that must roughly be around the time I added it. Or like a little after that. And the other time was most likely in 2020. It's because I fucking have to, Peppa. Fuck you, making me second guess myself.
Hey, there's an owner's manual in the glove compartment. What's a glove?
's a tiny bit unoptimal. Rat movie might be one of my favorite videos. Well, there's multiple of them. Also, Discord has a fucking update. You know what I just realized? I still had a Chrome tab open for, and it was on Google Images, and I was looking up anime girls again, specifically Shinoa, because that is me. $20.50. Will I really be streaming in 2050? At that point, movie will be like 45-ish years old. The games will like the Xbox will just stop functioning at that point. And it doesn't end there. Well, yeah, I was. But that's all good. That's okay. It is healthy to look at anime girls on Google Images. Chris will still be streaming. Honestly, there's actually a decent chance. Bro, do you have any idea how often I go on Steam and I see these playing fucking Fall Guys? That is like the new rehydrated for him. It's gonna drive him mad. I still like that I have 300 hours in Fall Guys, and I only played the game for like 4 hours total. Oh god, I missed the nitro. I don't get the yellow team meme. Not gonna lie. Well, yeah, but it's like what does it mean? What is the joke? Pretty underwhelming sandwich driving. So, yellow is statistically more likely to lose, I guess, is probably the... I feel like I'm on yellow a lot now that I think about it. I'm, like, never on... blue. Alright, this run's still not bad. I'd still call it good, despite that. First movie grind. That'll be a while from now, but it's pretty much nearly guaranteed to happen again at some point. I'm assuming it'll be no pull storage. Movie house. Also, yes, I agree, double. Also, you remember when I said that my bladder was fine? I can definitely feel the piss now. So that's a bit of a problem. Dude, can I last 2 hours? Let's find out.
Good job, Patrick.
My bladder is epic. Shut up. Alright, that was fine.
To get to shelf.
My name is
What's up, Gecko? I'll get to you in a second. Cookies, thank you very much for the 2-1 subscription. Means a lot to me. Welcome to the Purple Foundation Nation. Kiss, kiss. I don't have much else to add, but thank you very much. I will not consume that, but appreciate the support regardless. While yeah, you know what? I dedicate this rock slide to you. Isn't that cool? Yeah, appreciate it. Pause storage is like being able to warp nearly any way you want, and it also can enable token duping quite easily. Although it is possible to build routes around it so that you can't do that. Please don't tell me that's too little. Okay, good.
I can see my rock from here. Oh wait, it's just a rock.
Do you have any
I still have to question if doing that is actually fast. I don't know. And then 21. We're not quite to that level of AIDS yet. You need to give it a bit.
going down?
Wait, what anime are you watching
Patrick, I think
before you
means
go?
air.
I don't think I've seen that. Anyway, yeah, you go do that. Enjoy yourself. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you around.
Must have been something he ate.
I've still never seen Avatar. Yes, it did, Sailor. I said All-Star that I do not like. I mean, not that I don't like it, I've never seen Avatar. And I don't plan to either. I was about to go the wrong way. That could have been bad. I literally don't care enough to watch it. Like, I just don't have it in me to be like, yeah, I'll watch it. And I've accepted my fate. I will die without ever watching it because that'll be funny or something. Be like one of the only people on the fucking planet to not watch that show.
How you like me now?
I don't see any spiders or femboys. Luckily.
This place.
Why did the game lag spike? What was it processing? Was it processing I touched the ground?
Is the room spinning or is it just me? Come out, wherever you are!
You know, that really wasn't necessary, video game. Oh my god, this really is not at all necessary. Please, I insist.
Boy, I love treasure hunting.
Oh boy, I love treasure hunting. Please cooperate with me, video game.
Right? Vacuuming up manliness, even in the corners.
Not so
That was
fast.
close.
I get monster sick. Whoa!
Why did you take 60 bashes to kill? This game sucks.
Upsy daisy.
You talking about movie War Plus? If so, then yeah, it is.
Nothing like a little man type stuff.
Oh, fuck off.
Come on.
Get me out of here, please. This run's still fine. That was a really hard hit though to my BPT.
This is great. You really gotta try it.
And they can negate quite a bit of it, but not all of it. I have like 25 seconds-ish of gold potential in BBBH2. So I can negate, like, all of what I lost, technically, but I could have had a good tunnel and done that anyway. Pip Sim will never exist on extensions. Yeah, the enemies typically have more health, like, with each platforming level that you get to. That isn't always the case, I think, but it's usually the case.
Oh! Coming through.
I hate getting hit by the spikes there. It makes you. It actually loses like a second or two. It loses more time than it looks. Put you on a slower cycle and shit. For example, like this. So it might even lose more, actually. Although that did mean that I didn't have to fuck with those spikes just then. But, I don't know. No, you don't always take damage. Like, the hitboxes on the spikes are a little big, but you can stand in between them. That's what I do for SCDA floating block. With the old cycle, and with the fast cycle in this category, you want to jump in between, like, the spikes for the fastest cycle, and that's what I do. It is precise, though, don't get me wrong. Yeah, but, like, it is... You can still do it. The hitbox is a little bigger than the spike itself, I think, but it's not that bad. Precise, I guess. But it's not like you need to, like, be on the correct pixels. There is leniency. I don't know if that worked. And if it didn't, then we actually, are in trouble. That didn't fucking work. Okay. I nearly never miss that. Yeah, now this run's kind of bad. Now that we're men kills most of my runs in every goddamn category.
And that's how
Barely even a 234 BPT. This is still on like 237 pace, but not by that much, really.
Boom! Enough said.
It probably... Actually, no, it definitely isn't at the moment. No, with these strats. I'd have to do much harder strats than this for 234 to be possible.
Bring up two.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Ouch!
235, I guess it's possible with these strats, but you need like an actual guard run. I could do a strat here that saves like 2 seconds, but it's pretty like risky, I'd say.
Little guy.
Or at least it looks risky. I could look into it more.
Oh.
Okay. That's actually a huge gold. This run's suddenly quite good again. Despite now that we're men ruining my life. As usual.
Jumping, jumper, jumper,
Oh my god. My,
It's kind of hypnotic.
okay. My... Hold on. Let's probably get this out of the way first.
Can go now. Macho stuff. Jumping, jumper, jumper.
I need to transfer my all extras gold to this because I see that my 158 is very unoptimal compared to what it could be. It could be like a 155 or something like that. I mean, I'm about to golden now, actually. Why was that SCDA really, really good? After skipping the cutscene for the fight, you have a 2-frame window to press start and skip the token animation. That's been known for about a year. It was found by Chatter. Randomly. I think he just spammed, like, start on accident, and, yeah. At first we thought it was a 1-frame, but it's definitely, like, a 2-frame. Because you get a frame where the token count increases, and you get a different frame where it doesn't, and that's exactly the same as, like, regular token 2 frames.
Hey! Treasure! Macho stuff.
That was a little unoptimal. I can make this work, though. Alright, I'm going straight to Sunday. Apparently. Alright, that wasn't perfect, but this run is, Now the Men was horrible, but, like... The rest of this is really fucking good. For the most part. I've barely made any mistakes since the beginning of SCDA. The biggest one being that I lost like 2 seconds in BoobTube because I missed, like, when I threw the fogger, like, I missed the button the first time, like, on the right side. You always miss it the first time on the left side. What pace is this? It's kind of hard to say because I don't play this category as much, but if I had to take a guess, I'd say, like, probably sort of realistic 236 pace. But that, like, you know, guess jumps. This isn't my actual PB, but I have to run against these splits because these are actually running against the accurate route. These are not at all my pace splits. I mean my PB splits. My PB splits had no failed challenges or anything, whereas this one failed rock slides, ring, and, like, I think something else.
No waiting in line for us.
Chester. World record is like 2:38 something by me. I meant to actually put it on the screen, I just forgot. So, yeah. My name Jeff. Yeah, that's true, Sailor. Although I think Heavy Iron Hundo, like, on the boards is different from what actual 100% would be. Because I think it's more just, like, all collectibles or whatever. So I think so anyway, because maybe they thought it was just 2 aids otherwise. Which, granted, at the time, that would have been the case, because Hundo World Record was, like, 244 or something like that, or, like, 245. Battles, like, that was before SBA. World Record was probably, like, 140. And Toss, I don't know what Toss Hundo would have been, probably, like, 140 as well. Now it wouldn't be anywhere near as bad. It'd still be bad, though. I would have to take piss breaks. Like, there's no way around it. Is that too early? Tiny bit too early. Well, I'm not going to be the one to run Heavy Iron Hundo, but if other people want to do it, then yeah. I feel like I might as well just... That's actually pretty good.
This is
Yeah, I got a fake ring on these splits. Like on the in the 241, I got a fake ring.
Must have been something he ate.
And I also got the worst guest jumps of all time, so not fun.
Must smash crates. At your path.
Right back at ya.
Faster, faster.
Sayonara.
I actually don't know, but I don't think it's very long.
Now I know how
I think it might be shorter than No Mindy Skip. But I think that there was supposed to be like a big reroute for it, and I don't know if it ever happened.
king me.
In terms of length, it's like the most... Because you gotta dedicate a lot of time to this shit, so... This one's probably... And because of fake rings and stuff, this one's probably the biggest kick in the balls. To, like, in the trio, if you were to do a run.
And that,
Yeah.
my friend, is how
We already had a heavy iron any percent relay thing, and then, like, it just completely died rather quickly.
I don't know why.
Echo. Echo.
Also, I'm gonna lose at least 3 seconds here, but I'll probably lose more. My bladder is, beginning to show some problems of, well, I don't know if I can do another, like, hour and 30-something minutes. I really hope I can. Yeah, 3 seconds. I do have gold potential here, though. Sucks I didn't get that. Why is it, like, guaranteed in Hundo that I never get good guest jumps? I don't think I've literally ever had good guest jumps in a single Hundo PB. What the fuck? That's never happened to me before. Already lost fucking 32 seconds. Fuck off. I actually physically can't do this. If it's in a category where it's not fucking... like... if it's any longer than no Mindy skip, I automatically can't do it well. I'm actually gonna do it casually. I'm actually gonna fucking go all the way around and do it casually. This is actually pissing me off. I just lost a minute to guess jumps, so not anymore. Also, what's up? I don't need to restart the level.
Should have seen that.
Like, the run was really good, and then now that we're men, of course, I had to lose like a minute there. And then SCDA was godlike, Dennis was godlike, SCDA 2 was pretty good. Sunday was pretty good, Guest was fine, Dennis 2 was fine. And it's just like... I lost over a minute to good, to pretty good, not even perfect guess jumps, just pretty good guess jumps. And the sad part is that I'm still looking to save like over 50 seconds here as long as I don't fake ring. But knowing my luck, that could happen anyway. Also, hold on.
Must have been something he ate.
Am I minus 31 on my PB, on my real PB, or on a different pace? It might be my actual PB, I'm not sure. But my actual PB is, it has the advantage by a little bit. Like, I can run against it, but it'll be wrong for, like, by, like, 30-ish seconds. So, I don't know. Yeah, the voices are kind of quirky. I might just say fuck it and run against my PB. Even though the time will be wrong. I mean, after 3K2, it'll be completely normal, so... I don't know. It'd be like that. Am I really gonna miss guess jumps like 4 or 5 times, lose an entire minute, and then the second time I just get it perfectly? Is that really gonna happen? Even then, it's still the equivalent of if I lost like 30 seconds each. Which is still really horrible. I don't even, like... you know when I was talking about earlier about, like, tricks, eventually, like, you kind of cap with how consistent you are at them? I feel like it's pretty much like that with these, with guess jumps. I did practice guest jump, so I don't know what the deal is. But this is very fast, and the other one was so slow. Also, that is not good, Munch. You get, like, the most horrible feeling from that. I might still be minus. Okay, so... yeah. Okay, so I'm actually about plus 30 or, like, plus 28. Because I didn't do free K bungee. So my old time did free K bungee early, but I found that it's faster to do it later. So this, the PBM, like, I am actually, like, plus 30-ish. Which isn't great. Fanboy beer. This category is brutal as fuck, by the way. I was only minus 16 after Dennis. After I played like an actual god for so long, I was only minus 16. And I do a faster strat in Now That We're Men than before. Why did I say that? I say a lot of things that I regret. I pretty much everything I say I regret, probably. Especially on stream. That's just how I roll. Same Munch. Bro, I didn't. There's no way I said that. There's no fucking way I said that. That'd be way too, well, I know people want it, and I know why people want it. I'm not gonna give the people what they want. Say it like that. That was a close one. Probably would. But that's not the point. I feel like I did not say that. Okay. You know... yeah. Oof, I think you need to calm down. I think you're sick. Might need to take you to the vet. They'll put you down. Funny, yeah. I don't know if funny is the right word to use. F stands for femboy. Not just funny. Uzi said the chungus word. You have to ban you. Nothing personal. I didn't hear the sound effect for the ring, so I thought I got fake ringed, and I was like, wait a minute. That would have been so horrible. Why do I feel like I saw a spider again? Not really in a position to check such a thing. Well, I mean, I kind of am. I can... Nah, it seems like the coast is clear. I think it was just my imagination. Chungus jug. I mean... I would go out of my way to not consume that. Going crazy? Yeah, kinda. Those fucking spiders. Okay, video game, you really do not need to do that, let me tell you. I think I've taken enough abuse from this game. Pog. That's actually the fastest I've ever gone past that ring while using a nitro. People be like, go stupid, go crazy. Go stupid. I keep getting hit. I don't know if this is on gold pace though, because I'm going for the rings pretty fast.
No waiting in line for us.
So, I don't know.
Ice cream makes me dizzy.
The paddy wagon is back in the race.
How am I only on lap 2? Oh my god, if I was on lap 3. This is like one of the most miserable fucking tokens in the game. It's funny because, the Sunday time challenges are actually piss easy. And then ring challenges are just so slow and just, ugh. Don't like it. Because it's like... Well... I say this every time, but if Sunday was only 2 laps, I'd like it. Especially with the ring challenge, I feel like it's gone on long enough now. The water path hasn't fucked me in a long time. I don't think it's fucked me since 2018, so it's unlikely to fuck me now, although it is something that I do kind of need to watch out for.
Good thing I have my seatbelt on.
I tried to get that nitro, I missed it though.
No waiting in line for us.
So much destruction.
Yeah. It's because, like, otherwise you basically never see that path. Like, a lot of the paths in Sunday are cool, but they're not faster than the regular path. So you never have a reason to go through them unless you're doing the ring challenge, or you think it's the fastest path, or anything like that. It felt like something bit my fucking toes. That was weird. So yeah, I agree, Sailor. It shows like a very basic, like, path. It's kind of dumb. I'm risking it. Ain't no bitch. Let's fucking go. That was honestly not a bad ring challenge. Can't really complain. A couple rings were kind of bad, but that was definitely faster than my gold. It's a little bit more misery, and then we can do a cool thing. And by a cool thing, I mean we can do plank. And then weenie free. The make or break of the speedrun. Kind of cool, by the way, that it shows the industrial park poster. Fireball, that made me smile, and I don't understand why it made me smile, but thank you regardless. I actually don't know what my standard Sunday time is. Well, it's nice that you like it because most people feel miserable whenever they play it because of the amount of enemy spam in the last half. It's certainly a cool segment in the run, though, for like any of the categories that feature it. Plank is partially cool because it's like the last like big stretch until like it's not the last thing in the run that you do, but apart from Neptune, it's the last like really hard thing that you do. So you do Plank, then you do Knucklehead, which is typically like, you know, alright. And then you have fucking Neptune, like, which is, you know, the hard final boss that lasts for nearly 4 minutes. Penis. A lot of the tricks that we do in Plank are actually just easier than doing it casually, and they save minutes and minutes. The out of bounds strat where you just ledge grab as Patrick and then get the token from underneath. By the way, getting the token from underneath is actually just faster than, a lot faster than doing it casually on its own. Even if you didn't have to walk all the way there to do it in the first place.
Ice cream makes me dizzy.
But anyway, yeah, like that ledge grab strat, that skips such a huge part of Plank, and it actually, I would say it probably saves like 4 minutes or something, or like 3 minutes, compared to like if you tried to do it casually but like fast. There's probably some cool stuff that you can do in that room, honestly, but yeah. I don't like this game. I actually have, I looked back at one of Watsoup's oldest PBs, and some of his PBs don't really have any Plank strats, so he just does it casually, and he's like, I really wish there was a skip for this, and it's just like, well, there you go. And the thing is that those skips existed before he ran the game. It's just, it took a while for people to discover them. I used to watch, like, glitch video compilations and stuff, and Movie was one of those, and the Plank out of bounds strat was shown there. I still golded. I have a lot of gold potential in all these sliding and driving backtracking segments.
Wait,
Yeah, I can agree with that, Sailor.
metal forge.
I shouldn't upgrade there. I'd save frames if I upgrade a little later, now that I think about it. That's not gonna work. That'd probably work.
Come out, wherever you are.
Yeah, I agree with that. Fuck off. Nah, it's been known for like over a year, maybe. I think I'm the first person to actually do it in like categories where you can do it and have it be fast, though. Apart from very obvious ones like AWT and EP. But this is faster in Hundo and all tokens. Saves about the same amount of time for both of them. That's really shitty. I don't know why that happened. I don't even know if I'm saving time from this. Like, this is not going very well.
Boing.
That's supposed to save, like, 22 seconds or something. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure I did not save any of that. I just looked up a tutorial, like, SpongeBob movie game, like, Shell City Dead Ahead walkthrough.
Coming through.
I'm still saving a bit of time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 scrolls. Yeah. I still saved a bit of time. Keep in mind, though, that I still am plus. I am still behind on my PB by roughly 15 seconds. What's up, Captain? How's it going? You mean for movie? Yeah, the route back then was pretty AIDS. I don't even think his entire VOD exists anymore. You should see Chris's old extended cheap assembled record. He started the highlight like 15 seconds in the no cheese, and it ends in phase 2 of Neptune, so you just don't even see the very beginning or the very end of the run. But a lot of people saw it live. We know he obviously got it, so we allowed it to exist on the boards anyway. Well, I say we as if I was a mod in 2016. I was not. But yeah, that's just one of those Chris moments, really. Nothing you can really do when Chris is having a Chris moment. Yeah. The toast extra is kind of cool. I just wish it wasn't so fucking cryptic and stupid. Especially because the trigger for them is so tiny. Like, sure, toast early is inconsistent and stuff, right? But it is so awful that, like, with toast casual, there's like a tiny hitbox to go through, and if you don't go through it, you have to go through it again and lose so much time. And it's like, yeah, you can roughly learn what they are, but that's still... The triggers should really be thicker than they actually... Or wider, I mean. Like this fucking big. I was about to go on the ramp. That would have been a dumb moment for everyone involved. Because that is not fast. The problem with that is that they wouldn't... The extras aren't... The actual extra menu is not ordered like that. You pick up any random extra and be like, oh, that's extra... Let's say you have 5 extras and you pick up, like, the last extra in the game. It's like, oh, that's extra 6. So unless you mean, like, in the other menu, but, like, they don't have the room to fit that. Oh, I'm shitty with my exit management in Weenie, like I've always been. You have to... Casually, you're supposed to hit all of them with guitar. What's up, B-boy? Not much. We have a potential world record run in the making. I'm sure you have, Fresh. Congratulations. I conquered Chippy earlier. For those who are in my server, you would have seen like the food I ate earlier, and it was my brother, and it was very yeah, very big, and we're obese basically.
You got the shiny thing.
No, I ate fish and chips. I'll have you know. Oh, and I also had some chicken as like a starter. But instead of having it as an actual starter, I had it with the main shit because I just wanted it all at once. Uh-oh. That part always fucks me over a little bit. I'm sure you can, like, get around that to make it not as bad. Oh my god, you can actually go over that. Alright, well, I'm never nitroing over that ramp ever again. I just missed nitro because of it. Shut up.
I bet that propeller could propel us up.
This part is actually cool. It sucks that it's slow. We only ever see this in Ring Challenge. My blood pressure's good anyway, bro. You don't need to worry about that. Yeah, I agree. So, well, my favorite sliding and driving level is Gask, but Gask also does the same thing with like the lamps falling and stuff. And I really like that the first guest token is like completely different from the second one, and partially the third one. Well, but the difference between the second one and the third one, because, you know, it's time and ring. But time challenge is completely different from the regular, which gives, you know, some people say that like those tokens are too repetitive. Guest time challenge is not repetitive because it's so different. No, it does not. There's like no real good reason to require such a thing, because we would have to grind for that, and that's just kind of dumb. Hiccups. Also, the toilet is popping off again. Also, I don't know if I can do this for another hour without taking a piss, but we will see. I've already gone for 30 minutes, and my bladder doesn't feel any more full, really, so Or if it does, it's not very noticeable. And in the last, like, 30 minutes, I'll probably just barely hang on. And then as soon as I kill Neptune, I'm gonna fucking run to the bathroom. Yeah, just all tokens and extras. I did not mean to use the nitro just then. Cringe. Eh, not really. I'm like usually 2 upgrade points away, I think, or 3, probably 2. But that would take like a few minutes of grinding, and there's no reason to like... It just makes the category worse and just doesn't like add anything. Actually, we need... No, more than that actually, because I don't upgrade Bash. I normally don't get to upgrade SpongeBob's third health thing. I don't get to upgrade Spin. That's 3 things. I don't get to upgrade any of Patrick's health or his Spin. That's like 6 things. That'd take ages to grind. We used to require it back when we all sucked at the game, and we were so bad that we would just die a lot and normally would get enough to upgrade everything. Speaking of upgrading stuff, I have the ability to upgrade my health, but I do that in BBBH, so... That wasn't even that slow because it like pushed me forward a bit, but... Yay, I did it! Yay.
Oh boy!
That'd be pretty cool. They'd have to, like, rework the manly system, though, a little bit for that. You'd have to get upgrade points a little more often, I feel like. What's up, Jay? Thanks for the good luck, I appreciate it. I press the gay button whenever it's actually, like, realistic for me to do that. Well, if you have SpongeBob and Patrick share them, then you gotta rework the upgrade system anyway, because that's a lot of upgrade points that have just been, like, chopped off.
Little guy, big steak. Up you go!
But, I mean, I guess you could. Maybe they thought that was just too overpowered, though. I don't know. Oh, I could have pressed the gay button just then. Bruh.
Gay.
Yeah, no. BBBH forwards late actually saves nearly nothing. But that's compared to first try disco skip. So that's why, like, we do it so late. Because you could do it earlier to get it out of the way, but not only does it mean that you can get other stuff out of the way a few minutes faster, like guest jumps, you can also just do disco completely for free. And if you weren't going to do disco anyway, then this route actually saves a lot. Only problem is, on non-Xbox versions, it doesn't save time. It saves a little bit on GameCube compared to if you're not going to do disco otherwise. But PS2, just forget about it. I now wonder if I need to go for fast corkscrew. I don't need to. This is still on gold pace anyway, but I don't know. I wasn't getting it very often in practice. But if you miss it enough times, you have to get it eventually, right? But if I miss it, then PB's, realistic PB's like dead. So.
Vacuuming up manliness, even in the corners. Just roll with it.
I've always said, if you can't...
Very surprised I went for that and actually got it. This should gold by a considerable amount as long as, well, as long as I don't fuck this up, basically. Although, I mean, this guitar challenge is not even that long. With warping there and actually, like, doing the whole thing and the token animation combined, it's only, like... I think I timed it to be a little under 2 minutes. I'm already, like, a minute in, probably. Okay. I'm going by a lot. Yeah, I agree, Sailor. A big thing for me is that you have SpongeBob and Patrick basically team up to do the level backwards. When this level is so normally, like, Patrick dominated, I think it's pretty interesting. Because SpongeBob is a key component of BBBH backwards, and you use him for, like, around as much as you use Patrick. Yeah, I want health. And then I want spin for now that we're men, hopefully. I feel like health is the way to go in BBBH. I'd have to look into it, which I have a bad track record of doing. Looking into stuff is not my style, apparently, sometimes. Alright, let's give it a go. But yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, like, it's cool that SpongeBob gets, like, a big spotlight. Also, Rosalinda, I think that's how I pronounce that. Thanks for follow.
We're men. Green Bikini Bottom, one hapless soul
That was
at a
bad.
time.
I swear I didn't detonate the ball just then. I don't know what happened.
Okay, this is a bit
Trash.
boring here. Super fun! Saving the day! Filling, but not heavy.
Yeah, they're called slammers. They can slam me any day. If these guys don't fucking slam me first, that is. Okay, there was not a spitter there. I was actually wrong about that.
These just ooze macho. Green Bikini Bottom, one hapless soul at a time. On the track.
That wasn't that bad. Yeah, there's like basically no slammers past FCDA, I think. I think that's correct, yeah. And there's only one spinner too. Past Dennis. Yeah. Free K2, that's that was a gold. Now we just need to get this. Fuck. I nearly golded even this. Yeah, so that strat definitely saves like at least a second.
Vacuuming up manliness, even in the corners. Green Bikini Bottom, one hapless soul at a time.
I should have detonated my pole earlier, I think. Cringe. Double cringe. Triple cringe. Quadruple cringe. Has the cringe stopped? I think it has.
Super Sponge, saving the day! We're men on the track.
Yeah, the BBBH slammers are in Dense 2 as well, for some reason. They were just like, what would be really quirky? Oh, I know. I had really shit control just then of the situation. This combat actually sucks. Wave 1 was fine, like it was like standard. Maybe even a little above average. How are you not dead? There you go. God, this is actually terrible. I seriously think I might have lost, like, 5 seconds off of my average combat. And honestly, my average combats are not that good. I wish I did better. Jay, thanks for the follow. I really hope I didn't lose ice physics glitch at any point.
Ouch! Little guy, big stink.
I did lose ice physics glitch. That must have been a BBBH combat. I might need to reroute this so that I do BBBH later, which really would suck, but it would mean that my chances of losing ice physics glitch is so much lower. I got hit by a spitter in combat apparently, and that just kind of ruined everything. Yeah, what's up, Jay? I'm one of the few Welsh people in existence. It's pretty awesome. Also, how did I lose, like... I mean, how did I save, like, 50 seconds in BBBH2? The world may never know. I mean, I must have had, like, a really bad combat or something. Because, like, what else would it be? Rock slide. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's 7 scrolls, if I'm not mistaken. I did 8, yeah. Okay, fair enough. I don't know how I saved... I don't know how I nearly golded, actually. That split is disgusting. I can actually probably gold it by like 10 seconds if I play perfectly. Anyway, here's more rock slide. Do you run Rehydrated by any chance? Because I feel like I've seen your name on the Rehydrated leaderboards. Okay, yeah, I thought so. I always wondered who you were. There are 3 other people who watch me that are from Wales. But I don't really think any of them are, like, speedrunners. But I did find them, like, through Twitch. And that's cool. The rock slide skip thing requires 1 frame jumps to do in rock slide 2, and I'm not mentally prepared to do that just yet. Sup, Livewire.
I can see my rock from here.
Learning curve.
Oh, wait, it's just a rock.
What exactly do you mean by that? Because I feel like there are, like, multiple different ways I could answer the question, but I don't exactly know what you mean.
Pull over.
Oh. It depends on the category. If you're gonna learn no pulse storage and already have the version necessary to run it, then no, that is not very hard to run at all. What's up, Sky? Because of Mindy Skip, this game is actually a lot easier to learn compared to a couple of years ago.
Fish.
Or even compared to earlier this year, actually. So if you want to run the most popular category and you already have the version necessary, then no, it is not hard to learn. Arguable.
Must have been something he ate.
It's hard for me to say because I learned that game in 2016 when the only existing tutorial was not very good. And you, like, basically had to do everything in the tutorial, and there was, like, barely no substitutes.
Monster thingy.
You can. I don't really recommend people do that because I feel like they both take too much dedication,
So little time.
like, separately to do together, but, like, you can do that if you want, if you have enough free time.
I don't name why.
Ouch! When Mindy said D, she wasn't kidding.
Limited amounts of time, then yeah, I'd say knock yourself out. What version of the game do you have, though? Because that changes, like, how easy this game is to run drastically.
That was different.
Yeah, that's a problem. That means you can't do the easiest category to learn. And the most popular one. So you can do no Mindy Skip or, like, ETU or something, but those categories are nowhere near as possible. Yeah, you can't do pulse storage. I mean, not pulse, you can't do that category now. Because that category does Mindy Skip, and Mindy Skip is Xbox exclusive. Xbox and Xbox 360 exclusive. It's shown signs of potentially being doable on PS2, but nobody's gone into work yet, and GameCube, there's just no chance at all. So... if it did work on GameCube, that'd be fantastic, because then we would know probably why the trick works. But we kind of don't know how the trick works because of that.
I can see my rock from here. Oh wait, it's just a rock.
To speedrun, honestly, Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, like, is a pretty underrated speedrun in my opinion. It actually has some really cool stuff. Creature from the Krusty Krab is also pretty cool, but it has insane amounts of downtime. But, like, if you don't care about that, then yeah, I think that's a pretty good run as well.
Look out below!
Oh, it's pretty clear, like, obvious which one my favorite one is. It's obviously this game, considering how much I've played it, but my second favorite would probably be BFBB, and if I tried out the speedrun for Dutchman and Creature, I feel like my third favorite would probably be Dutchman. Actually, it might be Truth or Squiz still. Truth or Squiz is pretty good. I've been talking for most of this. I like how chill some of the ring challenges are. The sliding ring challenges are chill, and the driving ones are brutal as fuck. It's, like, really weird. I unironically ran that game. I'm not exaggerating when unless it's changed in the span of, like, a year. There's literally, like, 2 strats, and I think combined they save, like, over a minute, or, like, a minute. So it's mostly just movement and good, like, RNG, and, like, good, reaction to some of the robot attacks. But, like, the cutscenes are unskippable and stuff. There's quite a bit of downtime. Which, that on its own isn't that bad, because, like, the downtime isn't constant, but still. NG Plus is actually not that bad. But the fastest way to beat the levels in NG Plus is by spamming the weapons list constantly. Because if you cycle through the weapons really fast, I guess it has like the effect that it has in Cuphead where it does like double damage. I don't know if it actually does double damage, but it does more damage. And so for NG Plus, you want to like spam whatever button the thing is over and over and over again for the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, Jay, it's, this category is the hardest one. It might not seem like it because I'm doing Rock Slide Ring, but it is the hardest one. I'm not doing a bunch of the one-frame strats. Most popular category is no pause storage. You can check out my run on that if you'd like. However, I do a few different routes. Like, my route's quite a bit different from some other people's because it involves, like, token 2-frame animation skips. And, like, missing them loses time, but getting them saves a lot, so my route is based on that. But I'm very proud of my run for the most part. There's practically no time save until Rock Slide. Like, being ahead in going into Rock Slide is virtually impossible at this, like, at my current skill level, so it's like, I think it's a good demonstration of the run, at least until Rock Slide. The problem is that pause storage is, it's not only is it possible on GameCube, GameCube's also the fastest version. And, yeah, the Xbox is the one that can't do pause storage. But that category is the most popular. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
Should have seen that.
I wonder if I'll have enough to upgrade twice. I really hope I do, because I'd rather not have full health for combat. Yeah, GameCube can't do Mindy Skip, but an Xbox can't do pause storage. However, people actually like Mindy Skip, but not a lot of people like pause storage. At least in its current state. If you could do it on OG, it'd be nowhere near as bad. But for a lot of people. No, but you'll lose 20 minutes. And the route, like, you have to do a bunch of backtracking stuff that you otherwise wouldn't have to do with Xbox. Pause storage is a trick where, like, on GameCube, you 2-frame a token, and then you take out the memory card, and then you can nearly warp anywhere you want, and it can enable token duping. But it's pretty hard to do, and the fastest version is Wii. But Dolphin and GameCube are also fine contenders.
Well, that was different.
I can see my rock from here.
I'm not gonna gold this, probably. My gold is, like, nearly perfect for the strats I do, but I just lost, like, a second there. Yeah. If you want to learn the GameCube route for no Mindy Skip, you can check my tutorial, do exclamation tutorial to go to my channel, and then just look at my earliest upload, and that'll be it. Like, I think my very first upload is a 2018 tutorial. The 2021 does not apply to you. Thank you, Garden. Alright, there isn't that much left of the run. I can definitely hold in this piss for the rest of it. Unless the spider gets out of the Uber and make me piss myself. Technically yes, but that's, like, not super realistic at all. But yeah, it is technically possible. It's, like, semi-realistic, I guess.
Patrick, I think you mean hair.
See ya.
Do you have any
Yeah, it was that sky. Also, look. Hitting all those manlies is worth it because it means I have an extra upgrade point for now that we're men. Although if I was being extremely optimal, I wouldn't upgrade anything, but that won't happen until, like, sub 230 is possible. In the very distant future. When the route is that optimized that I can't even spare, like, 4 seconds just to upgrade something. Yeah, I'm gonna use upgraded spin. That's the idea. Instead of having 6 health, I'm gonna have 5 health and upgraded spin. And you can do that with just hitting a few things along the way. Extra things. That's the plan, anyway.
I am one tough sponge.
Oh,
Pain and suffering. It kinda can, yeah, but I'm only using it because it makes this combat significantly easier and faster, despite, well, potentially faster, despite losing, like, 4 seconds for upgrading. I've already done all, like, the damage boosting strats anyway. That would require, like, spin. That was actually fast as fuck. I always forget on the second wave they spawn really far away. I need to remember that. I'd save a bunch of time just for remembering. You're a bitch. That's why it's potentially easier and faster, by the way. And because it does more damage to these guys if you need to hit them in a pinch.
I'm feeling like more of a man already.
Although I'm not playing that well in the first place. It's also good because usually the poppers will be the last enemies left.
Tasty.
But that's not, like, as big of a deal in this, like with spin, because you can hit them from far away, so you don't have to walk all the way up to them or hit them with bowl. So it probably actually just straight up is faster as long as you have the manlies for it. You didn't need to do that, Mr. Move. You didn't need to do that, either. Oh, God. The only problem is that it can actually become harder, because you hit the poppers, they teleport, and because they teleport, they might teleport into an unfavorable position, which could fuck you over. So you really need to be paying attention for this to pay off. And I feel like I'm kind of not paying attention, really. But, I don't know. Okay, well that was actually just kind of bullshit. Whatever, though. See, look at the advantage that I got from that. Yeah, Colin. You say you need to figure out your route, though, right? I don't remember if this is faster or not. I mean, it probably is. Who knows? Who cares? That is a gold, actually. My best possible time is 2:35. Let me give you an example of where, like, I thought this run was going south, right? I lost a fucking minute in guess 2. I lost, off my gold, I lost a minute and 3 seconds, or like a minute and 2 seconds point something. And, like, at that point, I was just like, oh my god, like, this is gonna 2:37 at best, but, like, if I keep golding things, then, you know, that could change. I don't know if my gold has the SpongeBob 2 frame, for example. Or if it does, I don't know if it, like, is optimal. My Knucklehead gold is also not perfect. It can probably be improved by, like, 5 seconds if I'm a god. Neptune gold, basically not improvable at all. Both of the plank splits, probably not improvable. So really, it comes down to playing very, very closely to the golds and then golding Knucklehead. That's what I need to happen, and then I need a really good Neptune, I think. It depends on how this segment goes as well. Because if I just, like... Let's say my gold has a 2 frame and then I miss it, I just lost too much time, you know? Like... That's 6 seconds. I'd have to play so well to make up for that. My PB is like a 2:38, so it's a splits I'm currently running against. Yeah, that sounds really fair, Sky. Sure, why not? Why would I cosplay as myself, though? I don't get it. How's the RNG, actually? The RNG is actually good for XD boost, but I'm not going to do it. Nova. Oh my god, that's actually so bad. No, it's not. I lied. Why do I lie? I don't know. Yeah, Nova, if you don't mind, I'm gonna do the rest of this run solo because I need to focus as much as realistically possible. But then after the run, I'll definitely like to voice communicate.
Just ooze macho.
Also, Sailor, I really don't know, considering the amount of time I lost in Nether Men and Guess 2. In Nether Men and Guess 2, I probably lost, well, no, I actually nearly definitely lost over 2 minutes combined. So there's, like, if the rest of this run is, like, basically perfect, then there's, like, 2 minutes of time saved left. But it's not even realistic. I'll have to, like, if I want to PB again, I'd have to, like, add a lot of strats. So at that point, I'm probably done with the category for a while. Because I really don't want to add those strats. Oh, I could just... Yeah, I could quit the category, then come back when I get better at the game again. Like, movement-wise and shit, and I can just gold everything. What's up, George? Thank you. I'm potentially about to get another one. Well, not even... It's, like, nearly guaranteed. I'll get a world record right now. That's really shitty. I can't 2:35.
I've got
The reason why all of that happened is because I didn't get enough speed from the damage boost, which meant that I had to spin, which slowed me down and fucked me up for the cycle. For the missile cycle. So now I can't get 235 anymore. Unless my golds aren't as good as I think they are, which is very unlikely. I know this gold is nearly perfect. And I just lost, like... Oh my fucking god. Yep, here it comes. For the funny time loss. This is a little unoptimal, not gonna lie. I could have done this faster, but whatever. Rip 235. That makes me feel kind of obliged to just do more runs and get 235, but like I feel like the run might be too good. I don't know how the rest of this is gonna play out, but yeah. 234 is possible at my skill level, but it'd probably be roughly as hard as getting 106. Or maybe a little easier in no pull storage, so I'd really rather not. Even now, this is arguably one of my better PBs. Oh my fucking god, I can't believe I forgot to get the fucking extra. And I made a really horrible... Okay, I'm just losing a fuck ton of time. Yeah, keep it coming, boys. I just fucking forgot. I don't know how. I better get a 236 this run. I mean, I just lost, like, at least 10 seconds.
These just ooze macho.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Too wet for me.
There's like 5 seconds in Knucklehead if I play perfectly. So, like, no hesitation on the rings whatsoever. I just gun for every single one and get them optimally. I'd estimate 5 anyway. It could be more, could be less. But I feel like 5 is a safe bet. Yeah, exactly. I can play it very, very safe and still secure a 236. Again, though, I just don't know if I want to play after this. Like, this run went from excellent to trash to pretty fucking good to, like, not exactly bad, but it's really hard for me to call this run good because, yeah, sure, only a few segments were bad, but those segments were so bad. And I'm just thinking, like, Does that overall round it out to a good run? I'm not sure. I mean, this run had fast corkscrew. And the second guest jumps were perfect. So, I don't know. Hello, Captain. Sub 230, absolutely not. You'd have to add a bunch of, like, one-frame strats and stuff, and then I'd have to improve my skill level by quite a lot. And only then will I probably even achieve a summer best of sub 230. So basically the answer is no. And probably won't be possible for a long time. I'd say the peak that I could possibly get is 234. I don't think anything above that is, like, possible. What are you setting up, Captain?
More food sake.
Oh, God. Dude, I keep accidentally making the mistake of wasting a nitro here when I should be using it now, or like in a minute.
Look, it's where we've been.
Oh, that's good, Captain. I have this basically the same thing. My N64 Wii and my original Xbox are all connected to the same CRT through a bunch of splitters. Like a splitter box. So we basically have nearly the same setup. You probably have the S model or the arcade. Those two are typically kind of loud. There's one extra left. Because one of them is faster to get during Ring Challenge by, like, probably a couple seconds, or, like, a second and a half. Arcade, then yeah, that's why. You're lucky that it hasn't fucking died on you. If anything.
Is that Mr. Plankton's head rolling by?
I never got an Xbox Live Arcade disc. So, yeah. I'm supposed to nitro.
Lost road ahead.
Yeah, arcade 360s are, there's something else. Again, you're lucky that it hasn't died on you. Like, they're so unstable that if you ever see them in any sort of, like, second-hand store or on eBay or whatever, you should basically never buy them. Because they really are that unstable to the point where it's just, even if you could get it for cheaper, there's no reason to buy it other than novelty, really.
There sure are a lot of pictures of
You know what Raj has to do for his fucking... I nitro wrong again. You know what Raj has to do, right? He has to fucking let it overheat multiple times until it starts working eventually. His average is like 3 times. Why is this happening to me? God, this knucklehead is bad. I'm probably not golding. I would need a really good, Yeah, TDS plays on an arcade. And then it broke, so we bought another arcade. Because he's sold, the arcade is faster just because he has the fastest Xbox, but I really, like... If anything, the updated models are more likely to have better hardware in the first place. I'd argue that those are more likely to have better loads. My friend's, Big D's arcade overheated so quickly. like sometimes even like 5 minutes. Alright. Layering. I wonder if it's faster than Nitro, it might be. Actually, no, it's probably not. Nice guy. That game is way too intense, clearly.
So much destruction.
I will never get that optimally. I don't have a single PB where I get that optimally. Optimally, you'd want a Nitro after the turn, but it's so hard to actually do that. Because the oil has so much control over where you go. Why is it... Can you even run Guitar Hero? God, die. Yeah, Captain, our setups are actually nearly identical because my Switch is also connected to my monitor. My second monitor. If only I was using an Xbox 360 instead, then it'd be exactly the same. Really good for me to use that there? Probably, I don't know. I cut a little bit of the corner at least. It's up keys. You think your CRT is dead? CRTs are usually pretty resilient. What is it like? Yeah. What is wrong with it? Is it just not turning on at all? %, easy. Bruh. Oh. Yeah, I have no idea how to fix a CRT, not gonna lie. Why would you choose to play on expert in that scenario? I guess in that case, like, say, I guess that implies that it is accepting some sort of, like, it isn't completely dead, it's probably, like, the fucking, like, again, I don't know much about CRTs, but, like, the weird, like, I think it's a cylinder-shaped thing at the back, it's probably just that has been worn out or something. Because it seems like the CRT has some form of power that it, like, can recognize. I hope that never happens to my CRT. This thing was expensive, it cost like £60. God, the worst runs I've seen are Danganronpa runs. They, everything, like, obviously it's a point-and-click game, and the trials do have, like, cases of RNG, but they literally, they let you, in those segments, they just let you pause the timer, because they think it's not fair that there's RNG, because then runners can't fairly compete against each other. I have missed Nitroed for literally every single token here. But anyway, yeah, so any sort of thing that could actually separate runners in that game, to some degree, is just not even, like, you can just get rid of it, so it's just kind of dumb. So the entire thing is just who can click the fastest, I guess. That could have been a lot better. Bro, I probably have like 6 seconds of time saved, or more. How am I golding again? What? How do I gold Knucklehead every single time? What? I literally gold it every time I get here.
All hail, Plankton. Dodge,
Now the only problem is that with spin, Neptune is a little easier, but it fucks with my like muscle memory and shit, so this could actually go horribly wrong. But upgrading spin is absolutely the way to go. Like, getting a bunch of manlies and then having 5 health and upgraded spin is definitely the way to go. Until in future, we no longer need, like, the 5th health upgrade. But I feel like spin is absolutely the way to go. It might even be the way to go for BBBH, but I'd have to, like, look into it, which I'm pretty fucking bad at doing.
kill SpongeBob.
I guess so, Sailor.
Stop that! Your chops are too righteous.
Who is Jason?
Destroy SpongeBob. That's it, SpongeBob. You got him with that one.
I don't know who that is. I don't follow any, like, Guitar Hero or Clone Hero streamers. Well, I probably do. I guess, like, Zack and Keys, I think I follow those two. And I think that's mostly what they do. But I just meant, like, people who were, like, famous, I guess, in the community.
I command you to kill him.
I literally don't follow any femboys. Shut your mouth. God. I can't tell if I'd ever like Clone Hero. I've never played it before. Maybe it's best like, because if I'd either probably not like it or I'd really like it, and I would just, my life would be ruined by it. That was really close. I don't like how close that was.
Stop that! Your chops are too righteous.
Bikini Bottom, one hapless soul at a time.
Base free is arguably harder with spin upgraded.
Destroy SpongeBob.
Wow, that's actually kind of good. It is a little bittersweet because I lost over a minute in Now That We're Men. I lost a minute in Guess 2, and I lost like 40-ish seconds in Plank, but the rest of the run was fantastic as far as I can remember. The run was really, really, really good apart from those free areas. And I guess Plank 1 was also kind of bad. So Plank 1 and Plank 2 combined, I have probably a minute? No, not a minute. Like... Actually, it might be. I'll look at it in a second. Thank you, everybody. I will press the blue button. Yay. That is a pretty big improvement, and I improved it more than I thought I could, because this run was really good when I got it. But I guess, like, oh my fucking god.
I've conquered all the chippies.
I guess, like...
I'm never gonna stop. Chips and peas and gravy. I've had the fucking lot.